the bag at midnight, didn't fold nothing right. Threw it in the backseat, pulled out into the night. Didn't leave a number, didn't say where I'd be. Just needed the highway more than the highway needed me. Don't know where I'm going, Lord, I don't need to know. Sometimes a man just needs somewhere else to go. Miles from nowhere, that's where I belong tonight. Miles from nowhere, with a dark road and the light. Left the city in the mirror, left the hurt back there behind. Miles from nowhere is the only peace I find. Miles from nowhere. Radio found an old song, one we used to know. Turn it up till the windows hum. Let the memories go. Somewhere past the county line, the crime stopped for a while. Lord, a man can breathe out here every once in a mile. Ain't running from my problems, Lord, they're riding right along. But somehow on the highway, they don't feel quite as strong. Miles from nowhere, that's where I belong tonight. Miles from nowhere, with the dark road and the light. Left the city in the mirror, left the hurt back there behind. Miles from nowhere is the only peace I find. Miles from nowhere. My daddy used to say, son, when the walls close in, find yourself a highway and let the road begin. He said the moving don't solve nothing, but it gives the soul some room. And room is what I needed when I walked out of that room. Sun's coming up somewhere out past the eastern fields. Orange on the flatland, Lord, I know how that feels. Like something still worth seeing, like the world ain't done with me. Miles from nowhere is the closest I've been to free. Miles from nowhere, Lord, that's where I belong. Miles from nowhere, with a highway and this song. Left everything behind me that was pulling me apart. Miles from nowhere is where I'm finding back my heart. Miles from nowhere. Miles from nowhere. Lord, miles from nowhere tonight. Miles from nowhere. Just me and the road. Miles from nowhere. Didn't mean to start crying somewhere past exit 9. Just came out of nowhere, like it always does sometimes. One hand on the wheel, one hand wiping at my face, going 70 on the highway with nowhere left to race. Driving and crying, crying and driving on, tears on the windshield, highway lights blurring on. Ain't proud of it, but Lord, it's all I got tonight. Driving and crying down this long and empty night. Past a diner on the right side, glowing yellow in the black. Thought about pulling over, then just kept on down the track. What would I say to a stranger over coffee at this hour? That I'm falling apart at 60 at this late and lonesome hour. Driving and crying, crying and driving on, tears on the windshield, highway lights blurring on. Ain't proud of it, but Lord, it's all I got tonight. Driving and crying down this long and empty night. There's a kind of crying that don't ask permission, just arrive somewhere between the last exit and the next decision. And you can't pull over for it, can't stop the car and wait, so you just let it come and keep your eyes on straight. Somewhere around 4:30, the tears ran out, I guess. Left me driving dry in a quiet kind of rest. Not better, not resolved, just emptied for a while. Lord, sometimes crying all you got, and the highway's got the miles. Driving and crying, Lord, I was crying and gone. Tears on the highway, blurring every yellow line along. Ain't ashamed of it now, it's what I needed tonight. Driving and crying till the crying felt right, till the crying felt right. Lord, till it felt right. Driving, just driving, miles and miles. Pulled off the highway into a town I don't know the name. Population sign said 800. Every face here looks the same. Diner on the corner, one light on inside. Parked the car and went in. Had nowhere else to hide. Small town blues in a town I've never been. Small town blues where everybody knows everyone except me. I'm just passing through with my small town blues in someone else's view. Small town blues. Waitress named it Betty, poured without me asking twice. Asked me where I'm heading. I said somewhere that's nice. She laughed a little quiet, said, honey, ain't we all? I left her a good tip and heard the jukebox call. Small town blues in a town I've never been. Small town blues where everybody knows everyone except me. I'm just passing through with my small town blues in someone else's view. Small town blues. There's a blues that belongs to cities, tall and loud and gray. And there's a blues that belongs to highways, open and far away. But the small town blues is different, quiet and in between. The blues of almost somewhere, the blues of in between. Left before the sun got high, back on the interstate. Town disappeared behind me like it never had a name. But I carried a little. Every town I pass this way leaves a small blue something that don't wash away. Small town blues in 1,000 towns I'll never know. Small town blues everywhere the highway decides to go. I'm always passing through Fubeng. Fubeng. The home is gone. Been driving now for hours, somewhere past the state line. Started thinking about turning back, started thinking it was time. Thought about the apartment, thought about the street, thought about the key I still got hanging on my key. Then I remember slowly what I'd been forgetting to face, that the home I keep on driving toward ain't nobody's place no more. It's the long road home, to a home that isn't there. The long road home, to an empty house, an empty chair. I've been driving towards something that packed up and moved on. It's the long road home, but Lord, the home is gone. The home is gone. Her clothes are out the closet, her name ain't on the lease. I changed the locks last winter, like that would bring me peace. But I still point the car that way when the night gets hard to hold. The long road home is longer when there ain't no home to hold. I know I should turn around, Lord, I know there's nothing there, but the road keeps pulling forward to a house, a street, a stair. It's the long road home, to a home that isn't there. The long road home, to an empty house, an empty chair. I've been driving towards something that packed up and moved on. It's the long road home, but Lord, the home is gone. The home is gone. Kitchen. Home was her voice I hear. Home was Sunday mornings and the way she'd say my name. Now I'm on the long road, driving toward a frame. Just a frame of what it was, just the walls without the warmth. The long road home is just a road when the home has run its course. Took the exit anyway, drove down the old familiar street, sat outside the building in the dark without the heat. Looked up at the window, no light on inside. Turned the car around slowly and got back on for the ride. It's the long road home, to a home that isn't there. Lord, the long road home, to an empty house, an empty chair. I've been driving toward nothing, just the ghost of what was good. It's the long road home, and I finally understood the home is gone. Lord, the home is gone. It's the long road home, and there's nowhere left to go. A long Pull over on the shoulder, somewhere past the county line. Hazard lights blinking orange in the dark and in the pine. Wasn't tired of the driving, wasn't lost along the way, just ran out of everything else. So I bowed my head to pray. Pull over and pray when there's nowhere left to go. Pull over and pray when you run out of road. I ain't always been a praying man, Lord, I'll be honest about that. But I'm pulled over on the highway, and I need you to come back. Pull over and pray. Said, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. Said, Lord, I don't know where I'm at. Said, I've been driving since midnight, and I can't find my way back. Not back to her, I'm past that. Not back to who I was, just back to something steady, back to something because pull over and pray when there's nowhere left to go. Pull over and pray when you've run out of road. I ain't always been a praying man, Lord, I'll be honest about that. But I'm pulled over on the highway, and I need you to come back. Pull over and pray. I don't have fancy words, don't know the scripture right. I just know I'm sitting here alone on a highway at night. And if you're listening to anything in this big and spinning world, listen to a blues man talking to the dark beyond the curve. I need something I can't name. I need something more than this. I need the kind of comfort that only silence gives. Sat there for a long while, stars doing what stars do. Felt something shift inside me, something quiet coming through. Not an answer, not a vision, nothing loud or plain to see, just the feeling I wasn't alone, somewhere on that highway with me. Pull over and pray, Lord, that's what I did. Pull over on the highway, and I prayed like a little kid. I ain't always been a praying man, but that night I understood that sometimes pulling over is the most moving thing you could. Pull over and pray. Lord, pull over and pray. Sometimes the road can wait while you pull over and pray. Pull over and pray. Lord, just pray.